The old house stood silently, a relic of a bygone era. Its walls, once vibrant with life, now crumbled under the weight of time. The windows, dark and empty, seemed to stare back at me, holding secrets of the past. A shroud of forgotten dreams hung in the air, thick and palpable. Each corner of the house whispered stories of days long gone, of laughter that once echoed through its halls. Now only silence remained, a heavy, oppressive silence that seemed to press down on everything. Dust coated the furniture like a blanket of snow, untouched and undisturbed. The once cozy living room, now a ghost of its former self, held onto the remnants of a life that had moved on. The air was thick with the scent of decay, a musty reminder of the passage of time. It whispered tales of laughter, of warmth, of family. Now, only echoes remained. The fireplace, once the heart of the home, stood cold and empty. The photographs on the wall, faded and forgotten, told stories of a family that once was. A chill settled in the air, mirroring the chill in my heart. The broken windows let in drafts of cold air, adding to the sense of desolation. Each step I took echoed through the empty hallway, a reminder of the emptiness that now filled this once lively home. It was a constant reminder of their absence. The broken picture frame on the floor, the fallen family portrait, all spoke of a time when this house was filled with love and laughter. Now it was just a shell, a hollow reminder of what once was. Each creaking step echoed through the empty rooms, a haunting melody of the past. The wooden floorboards, once polished and gleaming, now creaked under the weight of my steps, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the house. They were ghosts of memories, haunting me with their ethereal presence. Each room held a different memory, a different ghost. The faint silhouettes in the dim light seemed to move, as if the past was trying to reach out to me, to pull me back into its embrace. The air was thick with the scent of time, a musty fragrance of days gone by. The attic, filled with forgotten items, held onto the past with a tenacity that was almost tangible. Each item, covered in dust and cobwebs, told a story of a time long gone. It was a constant reminder of my absence. The solitary figure looking out the window, the single chair in the middle of the room, all spoke of a loneliness that was almost unbearable. This house, once filled with life and love, now stood as a testament to the passage of time and the inevitability of change. Their sacrifices had been many, their love boundless. I, blinded by youthful ambition, had failed to see. Their dreams had become my stepping stones, their happiness a secondary thought. Now the weight of my neglect pressed down on me. It was a heavy burden to bear. How could I have been so blind, so selfish? The guilt gnawed at me. I longed to turn back time, to rewrite the past. But time, like a relentless river, flowed ever onward, leaving me stranded on the shores of regret. I remembered his calloused hands, each line and scar telling a story of sacrifice and dedication. Rough from years of toil, they were the hands that built our home, that held us when we were scared, and that worked tirelessly to provide for us. Hands that had worked tirelessly to provide for us, never once showing the pain they must have felt.
Her eyes, filled with unconditional love, always watching over us, now brimmed with a silent pain. Now brimmed with a silent pain. A pain I had inflicted with my thoughtless actions and harsh words. A pain I had inflicted, a burden I now carried with every step I took.
The memory of their tears was a searing brand on my soul. The guilt was unbearable, a constant reminder of my failures.
I yearned for their forgiveness, for the chance to ease their pain, to make amends for the hurt I had caused, for the chance to ease their pain, to see their smiles again, to feel their warm embrace, to tell them how sorry I was, how deeply I regretted my actions, and how much I loved them. How much I loved them, more than words could ever express.
But words seemed hollow, empty echoes in the vast chasm of my mistakes. Meaningless in the face of my transgressions, unable to bridge the gap I had created. Would they ever be able to forgive me? Could I ever forgive myself? Section 4. The Long Road Home. The journey back was long and arduous. Each step felt like a battle against the weight of my past decisions. The road seemed endless, winding through valleys and over hills, each one steeper than the last, each mile a testament to my regret. The dusty path beneath my feet mirrored the desolation in my heart. I walked with my head bowed, the sky above me as gloomy as my thoughts. With each passing town, the anticipation grew. I saw faces in the windows, some familiar, some not. They waved, their smiles a stark contrast to the turmoil within me. I wondered if they knew my story, if they could see the burden I carried. Would they be happy to see me? The thought of reunion filled me with a mix of hope and dread. The distant house, with its warm lights, seemed like a beacon of hope. Yet I couldn't shake off the fear of rejection. Or would my presence reopen old wounds? The uncertainty was agonizing. Dark clouds gathered over my path, mirroring the storm of emotions within me. Each step forward was a struggle against the fear of the unknown. I clung to hope, a beacon in the darkness. The bright star in the night sky and the glowing lantern in my hand were symbols of the hope I desperately held on to. They guided me through the darkest moments of my journey. As I neared their doorstep, my heart pounded in my chest. The familiar sight of the house brought a rush of memories, both good and bad. I felt a mix of anxiety and anticipation, wondering what awaited me on the other side of the door. It was a drumbeat of fear and anticipation. My heart raced, each beat echoing the fear and hope that battled within me. The sound was almost deafening, a constant reminder of the stakes of this moment. Taking a deep breath, I knocked. The action felt monumental, a culmination of my long journey. My hand trembled slightly as it made contact with the door, the sound reverberating through the still night. The sound echoed in the stillness, a hammer blow against the door of my past. It was as if the knock carried the weight of all my regrets and hopes, a plea for forgiveness and acceptance. I waited, my breath catching in my throat. The cold air made my breath visible, each exhale a cloud of uncertainty. I stood there hoping for a sign, a response, anything that would tell me what lay ahead.
Tears flowed freely, washing away years of pain and resentment. Their embrace was a haven, a sanctuary of forgiveness. It was the balm my soul craved. In their arms, I found redemption. Words tumbled out, apologies and regrets, confessions of love and gratitude. Section 5. Forgiveness. The door creaked open, their faces, etched with the passage of time, lit up with a joy that pierced the fog of my guilt. In that instant, forgiveness washed over me. It was a wave of pure, unadulterated love.
Section 6. Twilight's Embrace. The days that followed were filled with a bittersweet joy. We reminisced about the past, acknowledging both the joys and sorrows. I cherished every moment, every shared laugh, every story told and retold. Their twilight years would be filled with love and laughter. I would be there for them, just as they had been there for me, to hold their hands, to ease their burdens, to love them unconditionally. For in their forgiveness, I had found my redemption, and in their love, I had come home.